Hey everybody, how's it going? It's level 482's very own V for Extreme. However, y'all could just call me V, because that's how I prefer to be called. And today I'm going to be talking about some Smash news. But before we get to the Smash news, I'm actually going to do a brief introduction of myself. I am an old school Smash player back in the days of 06 Melee. Yeah, way back in the day. And I was a top 10 power ranked player in Louisiana using the character of Zelda, who is arguably bottom tier and probably in this day and age the worst character in the game. And I had a little bit of success in Brawl. I was also a top 10 player there. I played mostly Zelda, but I also played a little bit of Peach and Toon Link and its mod. And I also played a little bit of Zelda there. A little bit of Zelda in Smash 4 nowadays, but mostly I play Cloud now. I ended up dropping Zelda because of how terrible she is. But enough about the past. I'm here to talk about the present and the future, the near future actually, of Smash 4. Now, Nintendo of Japan has announced today that we are finally getting a new patch for Smash 4 version 1.1.6. Now we're currently on version 1.1.5, and if anyone's been following up on the news of what's been going on in 1.1.5 these days, there's been a lot of talk about a certain character, Bayonetta, and how toxic it's been lately because of the character, and it's been to the point where two countries, Spain and Russia, have decided to just outright ban the character. Now, most people have said that that was probably in hopes of Nintendo noticing and actually getting a new patch out in order to actually, nerf her and get some more balance changes out of the way so that we can finally have a more enjoyable environment for Smash 4. And there are other characters in the game that are still really good. Sheik is still really good. Zero Suit Samus, Nairo still has a lot of success with her. Mars still has success with her. Rosalina was hardly ever touched. So on and so forth. The list goes on. Now I'm here to talk about my predictions and hopes for this patch that's coming out soon. Now, obviously, for predictions, Nintendo's been doing a good job of addressing the obviously glaring bad issues. So, seeing as how Bayonetta is at the front of all these issues, she will more than likely get patched, and we'll probably see a bunch of nerfs, mostly to her witch time. A lot of her properties on her up B and side B, things that extend her combos, maybe adjust the double jump glitch or whatever to nerf her recovery a little bit, because she arguably has one of the best recoveries in the game, if not the best recovery in the game. Other nerfs I would probably see happening, because a lot of people have also complained about this, probably to Rosalina and Luma, because she hardly even got touched in the last patch, and Luma is still quite the troll these days, and he just slows things down in general. So I could probably see a nerf to the Luma respawn time. So right now it's at roughly 13 seconds. But I can see it probably rising up to maybe about 20 seconds. I think that would be a lot more reasonable, because even if Luma dies, and if you get hit off the stage, that's a lot of time to just get back to the stage, and Rosalina can just run over to the other side and just run away for a little bit longer, and then Luma just respawns, and then you have to do it all over again. Now for an increase of respawn time to 20 seconds, that would give you a little bit more time to work with and try to secure a little bit more damage, or even a KO on Rosalina, depending on stage structure or in stage size, of course. So that makes the Rosalina have to play a little bit more cautiously, and not have to worry about, you know, just getting one stray back throw or something like that, and then running to the other side of the stage. Now, buffs. Nah, Nintendo hasn't really been doing that great in the buffs department, especially towards the more terrible bottom tier characters. Now, this is where I get into the hopes of things. Now, I would really like to see buffs for all the bottom tier characters, especially Jigglypuff, Zelda, Ganondorf, and Samus. Some of the Mii fighters as well are not getting like any representation whatsoever, just because Mii Brawler is the best out of all of them. And even then, Mii Brawler is still not that great because they kind of need customs in order to work. I don't really see much that can change too much with characters like Zelda personally, just because her moveset is just really slow and she's really floaty. However, characters like Jigglypuff, I could definitely see possible buffs that can work, because Jigglypuff, I feel like, needs a little bit less recovery frames on a lot of her attacks, and a stronger grab game would definitely help. A change to rest would be nice too. That way, like, the risk reward factor would be like so much better, instead of just taking a huge risk for a slightly decent reward. Increase the power of rest so that it could be a huge risk for a huge reward, kind of like how it was in Melee. Ganondorf needs a better grab game in general, I think. His power is already good, but he's slow. So I think having a stronger grab game so that he can combo off of grabs would be a lot more interesting to his character. He could be the grappler of the game, because he already has a command grab, and having a regular grab that he can combo off of would be so much better. I think he could already combo at lower percentages, but at higher percentages, I feel like he kind of needs that as well. And Samus, I'm not really sure what that character needs, because I don't play much of Samus, but Samus representation has been really, really low. From a personal perspective, I used to use sword characters like Roy and Lucina a lot, and a little bit of Marth as well. They could also use a little bit of a buff, because being able to like have a good bit of recovery landing frames after a 1 forward air out of a short hop is kind of big. If you're gonna like have that, I think being able to do multi-aerials out of a short hop would be able to rectify that a little bit. And if not, then if you really suggest that only one aerial needs to be used out of a short hop, then reduce the landing recovery frames out of a forward air, and that would be nice. Because only being able to do a forward air out of a short hop into like something like a side B is just not that great. And not that many KO setups out of them either. Give them a stronger throw so that they could KO with. Kind of like with Ness's back throw, but not that powerful, I guess. Other than that, you can shuffle around the characters as much as you would like, and I think it would still be fair. Like, a lot of the characters are fair in their own right, but some, of course, are obviously stronger than others. I'm not really sure other than that. I think that the game right now is as balanced as it can be outside of the glaring like top tiers and bottom tiers, and you can just shuffle around like anything, and people will be able to make it work. And those are my thoughts. This has been V's opinion on the new Smash patch. Hopefully things will turn out for the best with this new patch coming up. If you want to follow me directly, you can follow me on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and I have my own YouTube channel, and it's all at V4Extreme12, V4Extreme12. And of course, I'm part of Level 482 Gaming, and you can find them and follow them at Level 482 Gaming on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, and also on YouTube. You should also follow this YouTube channel, Level 482 Productions, because we're going to be putting a lot more content on this channel soon. More thoughts, impressions, guides, tutorials, and all that good stuff will be on this channel. So be sure to subscribe to it. And this has been V, and I am out. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in another video.